Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm just here to bring you another one of my junk journals. So let me just kind of get the tripod set up. I did kind of say last time, unfortunately, when you press record, it kind of like seems a bit different to where it's kind of adjusted to. Anyway, sorted out now. This is a ring-bound journal. It's made with a soft cover. And then it's covered in lots of layers of lace, and some of this is vintage lace, and this gorgeous printable layered up on vintage sheet music, and some sewing pattern, and also some thesaurus paper. It's got lots going on, and underneath all those layers of lace, the back is just plain, it's just layered up with lace. It's just bound with this kind of soft netting, which just ties up like that, so it can be completely moved out of the way and not kind of in your way at all. And then here it's just got these couple of strands of this other very pale pink soft netting. It's got a large fabric flower that I've layered up with different layers of kind of this faux satin and organza and some lace under there. And then it's just got a bit of fabric trim here and a pretty satin bow. It's got a bit of lace here with a little flower, and then it's got some of that beautiful bridal lace that I've used quite a bit before. So lots going on there on the cover. The back is just a couple of layers of lace. So it's got this first layer of lace, then it's layered up with this very pale pink lace, which actually hardly looks kind of pink at all in this light. And then it's got a couple of layers of white lace trim as well. Now, underneath that cover, I said it was a kind of soft cover journal. So it's actually using, I bought these sketchbooks the other day. So it's actually using the cover of one of the sketchbooks because it's actually quite thickish kind of, but flexible card, which I thought when I saw them, wow, that would make great covers because it's sturdy enough, but kind of still got a lot of flexibility to it. So that's what's underneath all the layers of lace and things. And I've been organised, bought my ruler today, so I can tell you now that the journal is 6.5 inches wide by 9 inches in height. And it's a super fat, chunky one. I can't seem to make them any other way. And it's about 4 inches at the thickest part. So going inside, oops. On the inside of the front cover, I've just got some sheet music here. I thought that was quite nice. It's got the title of the song, Keep a Twinkle in Your Eye, and then this beautiful vintage, very pale pink, very wide lace trim that's forming a pocket. And then there's a bit of this faux diamante just here. And then inside there, there's a little booklet. It's just got a principal layered on some book paper and a little flower, got some stamping details. And then inside there, it's just got a few coffee dyed pages, and it's been just stitched on the sewing machine down the centre just to create more room for journaling. That goes in there like that. And then on this facing page, these pages, the thicker pages, are actually book pages that I've kind of bundled a few together and stitched them around on the sewing machine to create a kind of base, really, for kind of putting lots of embellishments. So this particular one, it's just got this lovely patterned paper. It's got some sheet music, some fabric trim at the top with a lovely satin bow. And then I bought some new stamps at the weekend. So this is one of those stamps here, and a corner stamp as well there. And then here I've just used an image from that General Book of Knowledge, which I've used before on my Blue Botanicals album. So this one here, I've used the dancing and the musical instruments pages and images. So I've just created a little kind of flip book here. It's got some greaseproof paper and then some other pages. And that's just literally tucked in behind, but it's actually glued down so you can't get to it, to just create a little kind of booklet on the page. And then underneath there is a journaling mat here, just a printable. And I won't tie that up now because I know my video's gone a bit long. In the side, it's a pocket, and I've just got a little flip pad here. The front of this flip pad is using some vellum, which I coffee stained. I don't think I've coffee stained vellum before. And I can't remember which part of the process made it kind of go really kind of wild, whether it was the actual coffee staining or when I put it in the oven to kind of dry it or when I ironed it. But I really liked what happened to it. At first I thought, oh no, I've ruined it completely. But actually, it's really lovely. It's mega crackly, quite firm to the touch, and just, yeah, really, really like it. So that's vellum on the front, and then some other pages there. It's just got some lace trim on the top. It's been stitched on the sewing machine. So that just goes in there. And then turning the page, there is here an image here from some scrapbook paper that I've just coffee stained and glued down. And then I've just put some of that vintage pink lace, and I've kind of folded it over to give it some interest. And I've left it kind of loose here in the pocket itself, but it's kind of tight here at the back. Kind of happened by accident actually, and I thought, well, that looks rather pretty. So that's how that is. And I've just got a little layered up flower there with another diamante centre here. And then that's just got a little fold out kind of flip there with just some coffee dyed very pale pink paper. And then on the front with my new stamps there, I've just created a kind of belly band. And this is where I find that I've kind of put my little tag in there too soon after I'd glued it, and he's now attached. I have got a little kind of piece in here which is obviously stuck with the glue. There we go. And that's just literally a little kind of tag there that just slots in like that. And then on this side, again, this is more of those kind of stitched together book pages. I've got here a little fold out kind of pad with some more coffee dyed paper, and then that just tucks in behind here. And then it's got some more of this coordinating very pale pink scrapbook paper, and then it's also a pocket. I've got this vintage advert and a rose kind of that I've fussy cut out of some scrapbook paper, and some pretty ruffle down there that I've stitched on the sewing machine. And then I've just got a little kind of fold flip there just from an envelope, and it's got a little rose on there. I thought it matched quite nicely with a frame. So that just tucks in there like that. Don't you hate doing things sometimes on camera because nothing quite goes as planned? And then over the page I've got another one of those images from the Book of Knowledge, the Great Big Book of Knowledge, layered up again on some paper, some vintage sheet music and some more scrapbook paper. Kind of done it like a tag at the top with a bow. Got a rose that I've fussy cut, and another one down here. And then here I've got a doily down the bottom of the page. And then in the side it's just got another one of those little flip kind of pads there. So lots of room there for journaling, more vellum for that rustly noise, and some more lace at the top. That just goes in there. And then here on this page, again, more of the stitched kind of pages. And I've got this beautiful, I just absolutely loved this. It's just the vintage sheet music, but the title of this, My First Love Song. And I just thought that stood out, you know, just really, well, just loved it. So I wanted to make a pocket from that. So I've just kind of double layered it so it's a bit thicker. And I've just glued it round and then stuck on this beautiful lace trim with some very pale pink ribbon running through. And then behind there, there's just some sheet music and a piece of scrapbook paper. And inside the pocket, I've just made this large tag, which is literally just some scrapbook paper, and it's just backed onto some cardstock. Just done a couple of little stamped images down in the corners. And it's just got layered up images here from the book, some more fussy cut roses, and then another stamp from my new stamps there, and a bit of lace on there. So that's there. And then over the page, I've just put some of this kind of lined paper here that's been coffee dyed, put some fabric ruffle down the side, a doily, and then here I've just got a little kind of opening booklet that I've just literally put some coffee dyed paper in, and then I've just attached it to the page for more journaling there. And then here on the next page, this is an envelope which I have decorated here with another image from the book and some more scrapbook paper. It's got some lace trim down here and some other lace trim kind of beneath that. And then I've just tied some ribbon down the side of it to create a bow. I think that looks pretty. And then in there's just another image here. This is a frame and it's got a pretty ballerina, which I thought tied in well with the images from the book. And those images, the ballerina and the gentleman from before, they're from the Tim Holtz stamps. Tiny things, I think they're called. Up here I've got some more of that bridal lace with the sequins on it. I just thought it looked pretty in the corner there. And then in the top I've just got an envelope that I've stitched on the sewing machine in vintage sheet music. I've put some lace at the top. And then another one of these, it's just scrapbook paper, but I've coffee dyed it and just stuck it on for decoration. And then inside there, this was from my new stamps also. I just put that in there like that. My new stamps, I think they're from Do Crafts and they're the musicality ones. I've had my eye on them for a little while. And at the weekend I thought I'm going to grab those. So that's what they are. Beautiful stamps. And then here I've just got a bit of ribbon as a tab on the side of the page. And then here I've got obviously the flap from the envelope, which I've stuck down and used as a tuck spot with some doily and another bit of stamp. Got some lace trim down the bottom and some ribbon down here with a kind of faux diamante kind of buckle there. And then slotted in there I've just got another large tag that I've made here with just some layered up elements, another image from that lovely book of general knowledge. And there another kind of image advert. Bit of that faux diamante trim and some lace trim at the bottom. And then on the back I've just left it plain for lots of journaling space there. That just slots in. And then here on this page I've just got a kind of opening little flip here. So lots of room for journaling there and obviously all around the page. And that just slots shut like that behind here. And then it's also a pocket. There's another journaling, I can't think of the word now, at the top. And then I've made another tag here, just layered up elements and done some stamping in the corners and some more of that bridal lace down the side, which is just so pretty. And then on the back I've just left it again plain for journaling. So that slots in there. And then these are single pages. They're just from that sketchbook actually. So that's using 140 GSM paper, so it's slightly thicker than kind of, you know, the copy paper or anything. So I thought it was a bit more kind of durable for journals. So I thought I'd give it a try. Quite like it because it does feel slightly more sturdy. So, but I have reinforced the pages just with a bit of scrapbook paper, just to kind of, you know, hopefully make them a bit more robust. And then here I've just got some fabric trim down the bottom. I've got a doily and a rose. That actually is a tuck spot, although I haven't actually got anything behind there. But you could just tuck a tag in like that. So let's just put that back. So lots of room for journaling here. And then on this page, this was a full page really from the Book of General Knowledge. Instruments of the orchestra. I mean, obviously it was slightly bigger, so I've just had to trim it down slightly, but I thought it worked well enough. So I've just put some lace trim and a paper clip there just for kind of decoration and make it look kind of pretty. And then on the back I've just stitched it onto some coffee dyed paper and done a corner stamp, so you've got more room there for journaling. And then here on this page, this was a free printable that I think I got from the Graphics Fairy or possibly Pinterest. So I just fussy cut her out. She was obviously on a background. And I thought she went nicely with the colours of the book. I've put a frame here. I love using frames. And a bow up there that I've just done with that beautiful satin ribbon. And then here I've just got a couple of kind of pull-out tags. A frame and one of those again from my new stamps. That just tucks in like that. And then obviously more room for journaling on the page. And then over the page here I've got an altered paper clip, very pretty one, with some lace and some more of that bridal lace and some diamante trim. And that's holding down one of my floating pockets that I like to use with the laminated image. So this again is another image of a lady that I got, I think, again from the Graphics Fairy. Fussy cut her out, laminated her, and then I've stitched it round with some scrapbook paper behind. just so that it's then a kind of see-through pocket, which I quite like that. Obviously you could always glue it down onto a page. I just quite like the notion of floating pocket that you can move about. And then I've just put some fabric ruffle down and some lace trim at the top. And then tucked inside there, you've just got a little fold out flip here with some coffee dyed paper and one of those postcard images on there. That just tucks in, oops, tucks in like that. Just got an Eiffel Tower down here and some lace trim, and then that opens out as well. So here I've just got a big journaling space here, and a vintage advert and another kind of journaling label there, and obviously more journaling space here. And then on this side of the page, this is a slightly smaller page, and it actually is a large pocket. I haven't currently put anything in there, but obviously you could store kind of letters or photos or what have you in there. Good space. And I've just put on here a large corner tag, corner pocket with some roses. I've got some lace trim, some pearl trim, and then a flower, a little journaling spot, and a piece of ribbon up here with some of that faux diamante. And I've just made a little tag that just pulls out for more journaling space down there. Layered it up with obviously lots of bits and bobs. That just goes there. And then over that page, left the back plain with just some of that beautiful pale pink scrapbook paper, so more space for journaling. And then here I haven't ever used the fabric tip-ins like Amity Bloom does, but I thought this looked really pretty on here. So it's a big piece of that pink lace, and I've just kind of attached it at the top. So obviously it kind of lifts up. And then I've attached with a bulb pin this kind of long skinny tab with this other just printed image that's just plain on the back there for more journaling space. And I've also put a little flower on there and attached it with a bulb pin onto the page. And then over the page again, I've reinforced it down the side, but more room for journaling. And then here on this page, I've got another one of those images from the Book of Knowledge, and it's layered up with some scrapbook paper, some more of the roses. I've got some greaseproof paper going on, and that's all kind of loose here on this side, so it's a large kind of pocket space there, or a tuck space. Got another one of those stamped images, some more lace and some more music sheet, and then here's some soft net kind of behind that image. And I've just got a little fold out kind of booklet there. So that just tucks in like that. And then over the page, I've just got here some of that beautiful velvet. It's an upholstery swatch, and it's got some lace trim at the bottom. It's got some pearl kind of trim there, and some more of that beautiful bridal lace there with the sequins. And then here I've just got another one of my flowers that's just coordinates nicely with the journal. And then I've just got some sheet music here and another one of those lovely stamps from my new stamps. And then again another little tag, and here another large tag that I've made. This was a stamp that I've had for a really long time, kind of forgotten really that I'd got it. So I resurrected it and did a stamped image there. And also this one here of this bottle of, is it perfume or something like that, and some lace trim at the bottom. I've got some greaseproof paper down the sides, and the back is just plain on the scrapbook paper there with a corner stamp. That just goes in like that. And then here on the facing page I have got a little kind of policy envelope closing of a fold out kind of flip like that. And that's in that beautiful paper with the roses, so it's just held with a bit of string there. That just goes round. And then I've got some fabric here with some more pearl trim, and then down the side I've got a bird cage there printed on acetate, stamped onto acetate, and a big rose here, another one of those beautiful bows, and then that's just acting as a pocket inside here with just a little bit of scrap coffee dyed paper there that tucks in. And then on the back I left that plain for journaling, so it's just got the stitching obviously around there. And then here on this page I've got an altered paper clip holding it kind of closed, so if I take that off, and that's just with the beautiful pink lace, it's a kind of fold out tag, so it's just a tag that obviously I cut it but left one side attached to the other other card. And on the front it's a large tag, and I have decorated it with various things, so some fabric trims, some pearls, a mulberry paper flower, Martha Stewart butterfly, and then a stamped butterfly that I've stamped here, but I've layered it up also with a pretty fabric one. And then it's got some ribbon trim and one of those Tim Holtz, don't know what these are called, whether they're charms or tokens, but it just says breathe, and that's up there. So open that out, and lots of journaling space. And then it's got some lace trim at the bottom, it's got a little bow, it's got a doily there, and some more of that beautiful bridal lace, and another little Parisian advert. And then tucked in there, there's a little flip here with just some coffee dyed paper, and that just folds like that and goes into there, into the kind of side pocket. And then here on the final page there are two pockets here. So I've got the first pocket with an image from the Book of General Knowledge, layered up with some scrapbook paper, some lace trim, some faux de monte, and there's doily behind it, another vintage advert, and I've just put another one of those adverts that's just kind of paper tag that just slots in like that. Oops, if I can avoid the doily and kind of get it into the actual pocket itself. Again, all fingers and thumbs when it comes to being on camera. And then here I've just again folded over the lace to give it more kind of thickness and interest, and I've formed a little pocket there, another one of those stamped images, and a little bow. And then I just made a little tag with one of those calendars, and I've just popped one of my chipboard tiles there that I just distress inked a bit, but it's on pale pink, painted pale pink, so I thought it looked really nice with this journal. Done some corner stamps and a bit of lace trim, and the bottom is just plain cardstock and a ballerina there, so that just pops in here. And then the very inside page of the back of the book, obviously it was the inside of this kind of cardboard cover, so I've covered it with greaseproof paper, which I have stitched on. It's also got the stitching obviously from the fabric that I've stitched on, and then I have layered up some vintage lace down here. I have done some stamping in the corners. I've put some of that beautiful bridal lace up here, and then also attached a big belly band out of that beautiful pink lace, so that makes a nice big belly band there in the middle. And then I've just got another one of those beautiful bows. And then here I just made a little file folder, little booklet that I've just literally stitched in on the sewing machine and stamped it on the front with a ballerina, some more script and sheet music stamp, and then some more ribbon across the top. So that's that. And then obviously on the back is just the lace back again. So I hope that you enjoyed my video and that you liked my my latest journal. So if you liked it, please give a thumbs up or leave a comment below. Please subscribe. And I'm hoping to do a couple of kits maybe today as well, and do some videos of those. And I've got a couple of other ideas of videos, but I'm not sure whether I will get time to do those or even this week, to be honest, but I will do my best. So thanks ever so much for watching, and yeah, hope you have a great day. So thanks very much. Bye.